Yo, Crypto Nation and mining family. Crypto Nation and mining family. What's going on? Of course, like always, it's not financial advice. Yo, Crypto Nation and mining family. What's going on out there, guys? Yo, so definitely have some interesting stuff coming up for sure, guys. So we have, all the partner programs for AMD that are now starting to slip some goodies out into the future that they're going to be releasing at some point. So you have Power Color with their Red Devil. So they're not going with the same color scheme, guys, on their normal Red Devils, guys. And this is going to be a bit of a fat boy for a triple fan, guys. So it's going to be a 2.5 DIN slot. It is going to be a 5700 series, so kind of take it for what it is. It is one of the lower tier cards. It just has a better cooling solution, maybe some better straps on this thing. So check this out, bam. So this is pretty much what it's going to be looking at. Now here is something for us miners that we have to pay attention to. So look at this. We have two 8-pin plug ports on this card, so you're not going to be able to load up a ton of these. Doesn't matter how much power it runs, you've only got so many cables you can put through to this. And when you're mining, you don't want to be sitting there and doing a jumper wire from two of these to just one. That is a lot of demand on just one line. Can it handle it? Probably, but myself, for the purpose of not wanting to overload circuits ever, I try to just split those up, make sure that each one of those have its own power line. This way I have that peace of mind myself that there's no issues that I'm going to be running into in the future. I know other people that they'll sit there and run a splitter onto this, onto one power cable coming up to this. Take your risks into your own hands. I'm not telling you to do that. But I do like the color of the layout of everything on there. Looks pretty fat, pretty beefy, so it should be a nice and cool solution, hopefully. The right undervolting on there, I'm sure you can mine the heck out of this card. Coming over into XFX with their 5700 XT, and this one's actually kind of got a little bit of that retro look to it, guys. So I like the idea that it's going to be another thick card. So, but nice little rear exhausting ports. I don't know if that's going to be 100% functioning. It's not really a good picture to see up in there. And again, these cards haven't been released yet, so these are kind of just like things to come. And as you can see from the side view here, this is going to be a tall card. And from this cutout, it looks like it's only got one single 8-pin on there, but it doesn't really give me a really good close-up picture of that. Now I want to see if I can zoom in. Let's see here. Hey, look at that. It is a single 8-pin in here, guys. So that's actually not bad. So just kind of take that with a grain of salt. This one's only a single 8-pin on there, so that's actually not too bad, guys. So you can actually have better cable management if you're running one of these. Ooh. And let's see here. And for some of you guys that have been wondering about hash rates, if you guys have not been checking me and my home dog Crypto Mikkel out on Decentralized TV for late nights in the mine on Saturday nights, you would have caught this. But for anybody who has been just purely following me, I'll make sure to get this information out to all of you guys too. So of course they have all of the 5700 XT and the regular 5700s being that are being released for their new, dual fans and triple fan variants instead of just blowers like got released on the first batch. And then they're going to be releasing the 5800 and then of course the 5900, but those are just kind of rumored leaks as of right now. But for the hash rates, guys, so we have a interesting lineup on here. So if you wanted to know what the 5700 XT could do on Lyra 2 Rev 3 on Vertcoin, it has been released. So with it in stock settings on the overclock, letting it do whatever it wanted, it did 73 mega hash at 215 watts, guys. Boom. That's actually not too bad, considering that my 1080s are right in that ballpark, but I'm undervolting them, so I'm using less power to achieve the same hash rate with this card on stock. But it gets better. Ooh. So with a slight overclock on this, guys, so 1800 on the core, 900 millivolts going to the core, so everything is being pulled back on power. They were able to drop the power down to 160 watts and maintaining a little over 70 mega hash on Vert. That there is better than my 1080s. If I start pulling back power, I start losing hash power quickly. So that just shows how efficient this card is. And then it's kind of funny that they just decided to let it throw the kitchen sink at it and see what it could do. I'd be interested to know how long it held this before the rig crashed. But they put 2080 on the core, 1167 millivolts, so they hit it with a kitchen sink, guys. 340 watts, yanked out 82 mega hash. Boom. That's actually not too bad. I'll give it up, dude. Not too shabby, guys. Not too shabby. Now, if you're wondering the comparison between other cards, here, let me give it to you. Now, some of these ones were being, I'm not sure who tested these, why they would have just gone for the max, where the max reach was for each one of these cards. So take it for a grain of salt that you're not going to power these cards up quite like this and probably be able to sustain it. I think that these cards would probably cook themselves if you hit them the way that these guys did, but I think they were just trying to see what the upper limit was on each one of these cards. So here we go. So on the RX 470, they got 45 mega hash at 164 watts, guys. And like I said, they are throwing the kitchen sink at it. The GTX 1070, they got 46 mega hash off of it. Now the 1070 and the 1070 Ti, they are really close to each other. So the hash rates, it kind of just depends on which variant you have that you're testing against. But I will assure you that I'm hitting anywhere from 40 mega hash to like 47 mega hash, pulling no more than 110 watts. That is my personal experience. So, like I said, I don't know who did these testings for this and why they just... It looks like they left it on stock settings and just threw power at it and just let it mine. That'd be my suspicion. And then the 1080 Ti, they got 85 mega hash. Mine don't do that. I won't do it. No, no, no. I won't do it, guys. They threw 310 watts at it, dude. No, 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 no. I won't do it. No, no, no. That is like unreasonable. My Zotac, if it tries to hit 190 watts on vert, it starts trying to live life in the mid 70 C's, guys. That is over 140 degrees, guys. I am not trying to cook eggs off of my graphics cards. I'm respectful to my tools. I don't do that. So my 1080 Ti's don't get more than like 75 mega hash. It depends on the card. They pretty much, they'll average out to right around 71 mega hash on the 1080 Ti's, and I'm pulling no more than 180 watts doing so. So I don't see the benefit of throwing that kind of wattage at the card, but but that's just me. So I can kind of correct some of the information that's being released out there, at least just a little bit of it. The RTX 2060s, they're talking about 57 mega hash on there at 188 watts, guys. Oh, the 2060 is supposed to kind of hit a little closer to where the 1070s are. Even on the super lineup, the supers are a lot closer to the 1070s. So I know I can dial back power on that one. I'd probably lose another 10 mega hash off of that, so it'd be in the 40s where it probably should be. I would not want to throw 188 watts at something for that kind of hash rate. I mean, that's just me. Again, they're just throwing the kitchen sink at them. The 2080s, they're talking about 86 mega hash at 234 watts. Again, nobody's hitting these cards that hard. And then the 2080 Ti. Now, them throwing the power at this, I would like to know anybody who has a 2080 Ti, if they're mining vert with them and they've got one of the higher end 2080 Ti's, what the highest hash rate that you can get it to go without getting it too hot. I would be really curious on that one myself, considering I don't have a 2080 Ti. So yes, definitely, if you guys have any of those, drop some comments in down below, guys. I always like to try to kind of take in some of that awesome data from the community, guys. So, and then talking about other things now, if you guys haven't paid any attention this morning, for at least me, Litecoin did its halvening. Did it do anything for me? No. Did price really bounce or do anything? No. A lot of people are they're figuring that the halvening has already been factored into the price for the most part right now. If you guys remember a little while back, Litecoin had its little bit of a run up, and then it pulled back to where it's sitting at right now, and it's just kind of been steadily staying there. For me, it's definitely just one of those hodl coins, It's kind of interesting to look at the hash rate if you guys haven't been don't do any of that stuff. So this is the network difficulty hash rate. So you can kind of see that it has been trending up for a little while. Not as hard as that Bizity Bitcoin, which is all good, but as you see, as it comes in a little bit closer to the halvening now, And let me just isolate this down here. You start seeing right in here, right towards the end of July, it looks like the hash rate just started kind of tapering down. It wasn't fluctuating as hard. It looks like you weren't really seeing too many new miners bringing new turning miners on at all. So I'm wondering if any mining facilities are starting to shut down at this point. Looking at the charts, you're not seeing the massive swings. It stopped rising. It actually started dropping just a little bit, kind of pulled back in hash rate as it came up to the halvening. So I'm kind of hoping that maybe some of these bigger mining facilities that are paying a little higher electricity with this happening, that because the price action did not dramatically rise, that they are now forced to turn off their mining farms. For all the at-home miners that might have a Litecoin mining rig or two, this is good news for you. If there's big farms turning off, that means even with the halvening, you might not be impacted as bad if enough bigger mining facilities turn off. But that's just me. I'm kind of looking at that, because like if you guys are mining that Lizzy Litecoin, that I hope that you are also doing that dual mining, guys. Kind of stay in the know on that one. If you can sit there and mine Litecoin, you can also dual mine some of that Dogecoin. Earn some of that Doge. And it does not negatively impact your mining rig. So basically what you're doing is you're working on Litecoin, and then when you find an answer on Litecoin, they submit it onto Dogecoin, because Dogecoin's network difficulty is a little lower. That means that when you find an answer here, it can be worked over here. So you're putting all your hash power up on the Litecoin, earning a little extra Doge. Gotta get to Doge, right? So definitely check that stuff out if you are mining that Lizzy Litecoin. So it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen to Litecoin in the coming future on this all. So maybe it might take a couple of months for prices to kind of come back to where they should be. My theory will be is that you're going to have the coins that were mined at a more cost-effective rate to the miners still on the market, and once those coins are gone, that's when you might see the price come back up, because now the miners have got to account for the added electricity to mine the same amount of coinage. So you might see a bump in a couple of months, maybe not. I don't know anything though. I mean, I'm just kind of guessing here on the long game. So that's always some interesting stuff. And then kind of coming back over here. Now, I was having a conversation with my wife's youngest kid. Cool kid, love him. He's fam. So I was looking at this article here for this card, and I kind of was just scrolling down and scrolled down just a little bit too far, and I saw this. I was like, what? Oh, get out of here. So this exclusive guy, Power Color, is a satanic company. It's like, are you kidding me? Like, oh my god, here, you guys can sit here and read this. I sat there and like died whenever I'm like, oh my god, are you kidding me? And I'm sitting here reading this to him, and he just like looks down after I got done reading this, And for anybody who's like just kind of like listening to this as more of like a podcast, so Power Color is a satanic company. This is why they use such a name like devil or dragon. In the Bible, Revelation chapter 12, you can read 9. The huge dragon, the ancient serpent. 9. Who is called the devil and Satan, who deserves the whole world, was thrown down to earth, and the angels were thrown down with it. Now ask yourself, question, why Power Color uses a satanic symbol? Why MSI has dragon in logo? Why Communist China, where there is no real freedom, you have symbols of the dragon? Now you know. Such a company should be banned by the people. What does my wife's kid say? I die. I'm like, dude, I'm using that. He's like, so if you get the card, it's just gonna cost you souls, right? For it, mining joke, dude. I mean, if you don't get it, dude, I mean that was funny coming from somebody that doesn't mine at all. That was funny. I mean, if it gets me a couple extra hash power to have that on there, dude, like, get me like 4 or 5 of those bad boys. I'll run them. That it's like it's seen stuff like that, and it's kind of funny and sad at the same time that this person took their time out to just talk trash just for a company logo. I mean, I like dragons. I like skulls. Yeah. I mean, it's cool stuff to me, so I have no problems with it. What do you guys think about all these new cards? Got any questions or comments? Drop them in down below, guys. Yo! And with that, guys, definitely smash that Lizzie like button, guys. Smash it away. Definitely smash that Lizzie like button. Subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff. You guys have any kind of mining questions, certainly ask away. If you go down into the links below, if you guys ever want to get onto that yiggity yen, guys, yo, I have links in down below that'll get you up onto the island. I believe that you can just sign up at will, but I also have a link to me and Crypto Mikkel's private group, guys, so definitely check that stuff out if you're interested. And I always have a bunch of good links in down below to where you can contact me at any time. So if you got any questions for mining, if you're new at mining, whatever it may be, please fire some questions away at me. And like always, I'll definitely see you all on the next one. Peace.